swagger, the over swagger, the over swagger. Did I get dig in the tech? I ain't see that in the neck. Ngay dox di lox, ngay dox di lox. The over swagger, the over swagger, the over swagger.
Hey yo, is het weekend kom maar worden met een flik. Nu maar neef mel, jump op de samen blik. Worden met een call, dikke dikke in mijn bib. Zal ben een pik. De dag, met die moment dat was ik. Kim aan mijn bogo mako. Haram maar zet die kennen. De yangi over swagger, haram maar uti benen. Boekot dan hè, boekot man. Elum am def die man en die mij boekot dan hè. Man neka bossam, bossam. Nu muna deme anyway man reka koham. Dah man la olu. Na anyway man ma boy golu. And do yangi over swagger, boy over raga. Yaga na go wax ñu change style bi dafa yaga.
Yang ngeen dégg na teg maa yegg si rek na nekk. Ngay dox di lox, ngay dox di lox. Ceebe yi di over swagger, the over swagger, cheaper, the over swagger. Gangsta Willis, I see you. Yang ngeen dégg na teg big fire where you at? Ngay dox di lox, it's the black entertainment. Ceebe yi di over swagger, the over swagger, the over swagger.
Alright, welcome back after that video. If you're just joining us, this is Fila with yours truly, Blackashine, and I have Wagan on the set as my guest with me today. And we're finding out so many things about Wagan. Apparently, he used to break dance. That's just one right there. And now he can't even dance if his life depended on it. Quote unquote, from him directly. And that video was Elite Movement featuring Ojilo, and it's called Doh Dilo. And right now we're gonna go with something else. But before we go with that, we're gonna come back to Wagan. Let's talk about open mic, the birth of open mic. I was there.
Yes.
When it was being conceived. I was there when it was born. I was there when it was invented. But for those that missed out on that experience, which is totally priceless, tell us the story.
When X and I first got together, we started, we were doing club parties and different parties, you know, playing, of course, foreign music. But then, okay, we really gave it some deep and thorough thought. Like, okay, what can we do for the artists? You know, thought of the idea of the open mic. It was something I used to do back in America. You know, thought of it, but then how could we make it be suited to the Gambian environment? You know, so gave it some deep thought, you know, worked on the idea for like 6 to 9 months, you know, before actually came to happen. So, we gave it a lot of thought, and finally, you know.
I want you to name a few artists that actually inspired you and X Miles to say, okay, you know what, we're gonna do this for the artists. Like, which artists gave you a reason, that push?
Yeah, then, you know, Viper lives in Pipeline. I live in Pipeline. Viper, you know.
Back in the hood, hustlers days.
Yeah, you know, and guys like G, there was Chaos, you know, there was...
That's where Noob and Psycho were.
Psycho, I'm sure
and
a lot
Cash,
of people, know Psycho. There was Cosa Nostra, you know, which is Killer Ace,
Bars,
Smoke Duck, and all of them. You know, MLK.
Yes, MLK.
MLK, yeah, because I remember, you know, talking to MLK about the idea before it actually came to life. Yeah, so those were some of the few artists.
That inspired us, like, yeah, we can do this. And they did have a very small following.
Then
because Gambian music wasn't so embraced then, but they did have a following.
It was very small, but then it just started to exponentially grow. Yeah.
And the first ever open mic, not talking about the open mic festival, but the first ever open mic.
November 16th, 2007.
Christian Council.
Christian Council, yes.
Yes. And what was that like for you? I mean, it was, because I remember the whole running around and everything, and you know how tense we were, like, oh, is this gonna work? Oh, we pray it works. And we were all hyped up about it towards the end, but you know, the turnout was...
It was beautiful, man. It was, because I mean we put in a lot of work into it, you know, and everybody was wondering what is open mic, what is open mic, you know. So I think some people also came to just see what it was about, you know, and when they came through, it was lovely, you know, people loved it, they embraced it, and you know, I think it was highly needed, and people, that's why people embraced it. You know, they felt like, okay, this is something that's not only, you know, is gonna benefit a whole lot more people than just the people who created it. So everybody just gladly embraced it.
Yeah, from that very first open mic, now we're going to go to an open mic segment
Festival.
Of the open mic festival. This
5 years.
5 years.
Yeah, 5 years later.
Yeah, 5 years later at the Independence Stadium. From Christian Council
Yes.
to the Independence Stadium with Manding Mori on stage. He ripped it apart. And when we come back, we're going to talk some more with Wagan, you know, some nitty-gritty ninis. Huh? So let's enjoy Manding Mori on the Open Mic Festival stage of 2012, and we'll be right back. Not my luck. But that was Manding Mori on the stage of the Open Mic Festival of 2012, which was the 5th Open Mic Festival, celebrating its 5th year in Gambia.
Yes.
And how does it feel? Like, I'm sure you sit and you think about it, like, wow, this is how we started, and look how far we've gone. How does it feel?
Like I said, man, the reward is actually the journey.
The journey.
The journey is actually the reward. You know, when you think about all the obstacles you managed to overcome, you know, and how, you know, walking down the street, how people approach you and talk to you about some of the little things you've done, you know. So, I mean, those are the rewards. Those moments are the rewards. And watching a guy like Manding Mori and all these other artists getting on stage and how people just gravitate to them, that is the reward.
Like,
so, yeah.
I mean, we can rightfully say out loud anywhere
yeah.
that open mic